Welcome to the Creation of Joy podcast. My name is Nir Peretz. I am at the Hanging Gardens of Bali. Thank you very much for joining me. I am going to talk about new ideas and ideology that is based on a simple thing called the creation of joy. One thing that I noticed through my life is that when I do something that gives joy or pleasure to another person, it reflects back on me and I get the same joy, perhaps sometime even more. It's just the same as if you do something opposite. If you're angry and you inflict some sort of harm, even just offend somebody, you don't actually feel good after that. It doesn't actually really deliver satisfaction. So by suddenly understanding this persistent, wonderful feel that when you create joy to other people, you actually is the main recipient of joy. I have come up with ideas that perhaps can be a new way of life, still can fit all our current ideologies, regardless of what political persuasion or religion you are, and you can adopt this way of life and suddenly you change your perspective. You have incredible feel of fulfillment and life suddenly look bright. And my life always been bright. My life always been very fortunate. And now during this time, I got time to examine why and how. And I observe a lot of history, ideologies, and perceptions. And this new ideology of joy is a reflection of everything we grew up and we learned throughout our history from a different perspective. The first podcast that we're going to do after this current introduction is going to be about human ideology, about the way we see ourselves as a society. Are we the ultimate species? And what likely is going to happen? And we're going to talk about our history and our mind. Our mind is a very complex and fascinating organ. And the way that we understand it may be the key for our next ideology. There are so many researchers all around the world and so many studies by so many smart people, but somehow nobody taken the time to collect it, put it all together, the different aspect of it, and illustrate it in a very simple way that a lot of people can understand, and then use this understanding in our day-to-day life. And part of the creation of joy is the use of that knowledge for our improvement personally and as a society. It's a very simple way to understand a lot of things that individuals and humanity discovered of ourselves. We will use a lot of techniques like philosophy, ideologies, and the most important part that we will use is plausibility. I hear a lot of theories, conspiracy theories. It's very easy to disprove them just by this plausibility, and people forget to use that. That's a great tool. So as we go through the podcast, we will focus on each individual sub-subject in each podcast, and I will give my opinion and the way I develop it, and I hope that all of us can enjoy the ideas and the understanding and brainstorm it together and see where it leads us. So looking forward, and many thanks.